There's 3 actionable steps that anybody can do that I've implemented to just completely reduce, sometimes even remove my depression. So before I tell you the 3 steps, I just quickly want to say that I completely understand how it feels to feel miserable, lost in your life. Because I have had lots of hardships throughout my life. I have had for the last year such a wonderful girl in my life that I genuinely thought would have been the mother of my child. I know it's not really the, oh yeah, that's what you think, but you're just horny and all this. And sure, maybe I was, but the girl had all the best qualities that I've ever seen in a girl. She had the looks that I wanted, not only physically, she had the attitude, she had the personality, she had good behaviors, she had good mannerism, she didn't drink, she didn't smoke, she didn't do any of that kind of stuff, she didn't have TikTok. Like, basically I thought that she was the perfect girlfriend. But of course, as life is, it doesn't always end up as we think it will. So what can you do when you are in this state? Well, there's 2 options basically. You can stay down and be a pussy and you can cry about it, you can complain about it, you can blame her, you can blame everybody around you for her not choosing you. Or you can be responsible, basically take responsibility, figure out why she didn't want you, and then improve. Because that's what I did. And that has changed a lot. So when I look back now, I actually think that it made sense that I didn't get her to be my girlfriend. Because let me tell you something. I believe a man should be the one, paying for the dinner, paying for her to come see me and all of these different things, for transport and all this different stuff. And you know what? I had it planned out perfectly. We were going to play some sport and we did that. We had a great time. Then we were gonna go eat dinner together. Again, a great time. I even paid for the dinner. And I could actually tell that she was more attracted to me by the end of it, actually. She began to become more like close to me and smiling at me. And, I could just tell that she respected me. But then it feels like there was one point where, I don't have a driving license. So we had to take the bus. So we took the bus and it was for her to come back to the train station so she could come back home. And we had been talking about her card maybe not working. So of course I thought that the way that it should go would be that she tried her card. So basically she paid for the travel herself. She did that. But when I told her, shall we try if it tests, should we test it to see if it works again? I could kind of tell that she was looking kind of confused because she was but aren't you gonna pay? She didn't say anything, she didn't say it, but I could tell that she was confused because I didn't pay it. I paid it the first time, by the way, but I didn't pay it the second time. And I can tell you, the attraction towards me actually completely decreased on the way to the train station that it had been before. You can say that it's just my mind and all this that's playing with me, but I genuinely think that is actually the cause. But anyway, now back to the 3 steps on how you can actually reduce depression, or actually just remove it basically. So the first step that I learned to implement was just being busy. I cannot tell this enough. You have to always kind of have a schedule. Be busy, because the thing is, when we're not busy and we can just do whatever we want, we begin to cope and we begin to think about more fun things to do. So basically it could be Netflix, it could be watching some series, it could be gaming, it could be watching reels on TikTok or Instagram. And that's the problem, because those are the activities that makes us lose respect for ourselves. Don't cope, please don't cope now, because whenever you have been watching reels or TikTok for hours, don't you feel kind of ashamed of yourself? Be honest, I do. I feel fucking ashamed. I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody else, because I often fall into this trap. Some days I'm just like watching fucking reels for like 3-4 hours straight in a row, and I hate myself afterwards. I'm beginning to think, why didn't I film videos? If I had been filming videos, I could have saved another guy's life. Probably. That's too sad to think about. That's why always being busy will help you to concentrate and focus on bigger goals. And when I say busy, I don't mean like with work that makes you like want to fucking kill yourself. I'm not saying that kind of busy. What I mean by busy is being busy with goals and what can you say, things that you have a passion for. So that could be going to the gym. I can tell you, when you go to the gym, you don't have depression. It's just as simply, when you have lifted weights and you go out from that gym, you don't have depression anymore. Literally, like, so do things that you have a passion for. It could be drawing, art. It could be playing a sport. It could be talking with friends in a healthy way. So not just going out and drink, because that will also make you just fucking feel depressed afterwards. So do something that lives to like your purpose or passion. The second step is also about social media, and that is actually comparing yourself to others. And the way that we compare ourselves to others is actually just by watching reels. Instantly, when you watch reels, you just always kind of compare yourself. If you see a guy who's rich, maybe you don't say to yourself, oh, I wish I were him. But you're actually seeing another guy doing so much better than you, living such a more materialistic lifestyle than you. Of course, your brain is gonna think, well, then my life is shit, because I don't have all the things that he has. So start cutting off your social media use, because that will actually make you compare yourself less to other people and make you more grateful for what you have. So that's also a great step to reduce your depression. The last step is reducing your dopamine intake. So we all probably do things that have a pretty high dopamine source, like activity. So that could be like watching porn, which is probably one of the most stimulating things. It could be drinking alcohol. It could be smoking. It could be doing drugs. All of these different things. Gaming. Yeah, you understand the point. Eating fast food. All of these different things are high dopamine activities. The thing is, when we do lots of these things, we will feel good in the moment. But as soon as we stop doing these things, we will get a fatigue in our mood. So that means that normal things won't feel as fun anymore, because we just tried something that was more fun, if that makes sense. That means that you will almost get this kind of downward spiral. That means now you will do another bad habit and another bad habit, which will lead to more depression, because again, you haven't been living to your purpose or your goals, which means, of course, you can't really be happy, because you feel like you have just wasted so much time. Like, when was the last time that you thought about this? Please write down in the comments if you can relate to what I'm saying, and please give me your story. I want to know what makes you feel the worst. So this is like an actionable step for you. So I want you to write down some things that make you feel the worst. For me, it's, for example, video gaming. For me, it is watching reels, using social media. And it's, what is it more? And it's fast food. Those three things especially are things that makes me feel fucking disgusted and bad about myself. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, go down and click subscribe so we can become a big community of guys in self-improvement. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.